All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on something that affects every single one of us at our jobs, the paycheck. We're going to demystify it completely.
So, let's be real. Have you ever looked at your paycheck and just wondered, how did they land on this number? Is it art? Is it science? Or did someone just, pull it out of a hat? Well, believe it or not, there's actually a whole system behind it. A really complex, strategic system. And it has a name.
Yep, the official term is compensation management, and it's way more than just a fancy HR term. It's a huge part of how a business runs. Think about it. Its job is to do three things: get the right people in the door, make them want to stay, and keep everyone fired up to do their best work. It's not just about cutting checks, it's about building a team and driving the whole company forward.
Okay, so to really get this, the first thing we have to do is stop thinking about our pay as just one single number. It's not. It's actually a whole package, often called total rewards. And this package, it's held up by four key pillars.
It's so easy to just fixate on the salary, right? That's the number we see every couple of weeks. But that's just one slice of a much, much bigger pie. Let's break down all four pieces that actually make up what you're getting, your total rewards.
First up, you've got your base pay. That's your salary, the steady, predictable money you can count on. Then you've got variable pay. Think bonuses, commissions, that's the extra cash for knocking it out of the park. Next are the benefits, and these are huge. Your health insurance, your retirement fund, paid time off, all that good stuff that provides a safety net. And finally, and don't sleep on this one, are the non-monetary rewards. This is about getting recognized for your work, having a chance to grow, and having a work-life balance that actually works. Sometimes, this is the stuff that makes you love your job.
So, how does a company actually build this whole thing from the ground up? Well, it's definitely not random. It's a really deliberate, step-by-step process. The goal is to create a pay structure that feels fair to everyone inside and is still competitive out in the real world. Let's walk through how they do it.
Okay, so this is the playbook. It all starts with job analysis, figuring out what each job actually entails. Then comes job evaluation, which is about deciding how important that job is to the company. After looking inward, they look outward with a market survey to see what other companies are paying. With all that data, they can design the actual salary structure, the pay bands and grades. Then they write it all down in a compensation policy so the rules are clear. And finally, it's all about administration and control, just making sure the system stays fair and on track over time.
And really, it all comes down to this critical balancing act. On one side, you're looking inward with that job evaluation. You're asking, how valuable is this job compared to other jobs inside our own company? That's all about internal fairness. But at the same time, you have to look outward with a market survey. You have to ask, what is the rest of the world paying for this role? That's about being competitive. And nailing that balance, that's the secret sauce.
All right, so we've seen the process, the nuts and bolts. But underneath all of that, a good system runs on a philosophy, a set of core principles that make sure it's not just a bunch of spreadsheets, but something that people actually see as fair, something that motivates them, and something they can trust.
And here they are, the two big ones. They're really two sides of the same coin. You've got internal equity, which is basically the promise of fairness inside. It means jobs that have similar value to the company should get similar pay. Simple as that. Then you have external competitiveness. That's the promise of fairness outside, that your pay is in line with the market so the company can attract great people. You absolutely need both. One without the other just doesn't work.
But it doesn't stop at fairness. The system also has to be motivational. It should make you want to perform better and develop your skills. It also needs strategic alignment. This just means that how you're paid should connect directly to the company's biggest goals. And this last one is so important, transparency. Now, this doesn't mean everyone's salary is posted on the wall. No way. It means you understand the rules of the game. You know how pay is decided so you can trust that it's not just arbitrary.
So we've talked about the pillars, the process, the principles. We've covered a lot. But what's the big takeaway here? What does this all boil down to? It really comes down to one core idea.
And this is it. It's not just about paying more. It's about paying appropriately, fairly, and with motivation. The real goal here isn't to just throw more money at people. It's to build a system where you feel genuinely valued for what you do. So valued that you want to stick around, you want to do great work, and you want to grow right alongside the company.
So there you have it. We've kind of peeled back the layers and looked at the blueprint behind your paycheck. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Now that you know about the four pillars, about fairness inside and out, about the goal of motivation, how does that change how you look at your own compensation? Something to chew on.